You are the majority leader in the Kenyan National Assembly. You are a close ally and supporter of President William Ruto, who is super unpopular right now because he and you and your party haven't delivered for the people of Kenya. Your 2022 election manifesto made 281 promises. Can you tell our audience tonight how many of those have been fulfilled over the last 2.5 years?
The implementation of a manifesto is page by page, chapter after chapter.
But you haven't implemented it. That's the problem.
It is being implemented.
How many of the 281 promises have been implemented?
I'll not give you a straight answer of 2 or 10 or 200, but I'll tell you.
You're the first politician who said to me, I will not give you a straight answer, just bluntly. I can give you an answer. I've got the answer. It's 14 out of 281 promises. That means 95% of your promises have not been met 2.5 years in.
That is your number, Mehdi, not my number.
It's not my number, it's the number of...
Hello, welcome guys. This is Rob Media. My name is Kipop Samuel, or you can call me Sam. As always, I have introduced my name as Sam, so you can call me Sam. Leave alone the first name about what I mentioned, but call me Sam. So guys, yesterday in Al Jazeera head-to-head, Kimani Ichungwa was interviewed by Mehdi Hassan, and actually when he was asked about what has the Kenya Kwanza government achieved through their 281 proposed manifestos ideas, they have only done 14. And when Kimani Ichungwa was asked about that, Kimani Ichungwa said, I'm not going to give a straight answer. Why do you think he was not going to give a straight answer? And as going by, he says that I'm gonna give you 2. I'm gonna not tell you we have done 10. I'm not gonna tell you we have done 200. I'm not gonna tell you you have done 20, of 90, of which we all understand that this Kenya Kwanza government has not done yet something nice according to this manifesto that have been there. And I like what among that that lady there who was in charge of feminists, when he was asked about that, he said that in Kenya today, we even lack to rank the president. I don't know where we really rank the president because of the things that's happening in Kenya. And one of them said the institutions are not working in Kenya. And that's absolutely truth. And listening to them, okay, let's continue listening to them. Then I'll be commenting, I'll be reacting just after what Kimani Ichungwa will be saying. Just wait.
Zalendo, a non-partisan parliamentary monitoring organization in Kenya that tracks all parties. They're saying 14 out of 281. I mean, we can run through some of them. President Ruto said he would give free internet and phone calls to Kenyans. He hasn't. He said he would start an inquiry into cronyism. He has not. He said he would ratify the International Convention Against Enforced Disappearances. He has not. I could go on and on. Kenyans are frustrated because they were lied to during the election campaign.
Well, Mehdi, as I told you, that is the perspective of Mzalendo. And that is their target.
Well, has he ratified the International Convention Against Enforced Disappearances?
We have ratified very many international conventions.
But has he ratified the International Convention Against He said he would do it straight as he comes to power. It's been 2.5 years. He could do it with a stroke of his pen. Why has he not done it?
He is yet to ratify, but it is work in progress. Was there a timeline for its ratification, according to Mzalendo?
Many things had timelines on.
Was there a timeline?
He said he would do.
No timeline.
He said he would do a public inquiry into cronyism within 30 days. Has he done it?
Public inquiry?
Yeah, a public inquiry to establish the extent of cronyism and state capture and make recommendations. Page 61 of your manifesto. Has he done it? It's been more than 30 days. It's been 2.5 years.
I'll tell you, Mehdi, if you read the NADCO report, there are recommendations on what is to be done on state cronyism, on state capture, on extrajudicial killings. That is captured in the NADCO report.
But you haven't done what the manifesto called for on multiple things. And look, you know, and you admitted, to be fair, that people are unhappy. There's a perception of the government that's unpopular. Kenyans have been most upset about the cost of living. And yet, when thousands of young Kenyans took to the streets in protest of your government last year, the finance bill, your government opened fire on them, killed them, forcibly abducted and disappeared them. Open fire on them.
Wait, here's where I'm gonna come in, where they say that your government opened fire of them. Just wait what Kimani Ichungwa is going to say about demonstrations in Kenya. Wait, and you will see the reaction that we're gonna give about this, because this is not ideal. Just let's listen about that.
How do you justify such a violent crackdown on your own citizens in a democracy?
First, let me say this, Mehdi. Unfortunately, all demonstrations end up with deaths, which is a very unfortunate incident. And it is not true that people demonstrate and you open fire. It is just the nature of what happens with our demonstrations, that they turn violent and the police have to intervene. And let me say that at this point, it's not just unfortunate. We all regret the loss of life during the 2022 demonstrations and even the demonstrations of June last year. Unfortunate that lives had to be lost, but it was not that fire was opened on young.
Yeah, the way you talk,
There, unfortunately, lives have to be lost. Jesus Christ of Nazareth. This is a country, this is a majority leader speaking at Al Jazeera saying that unfortunately lives have to be lost in demonstrations, which means that even a demonstration that's going to happen, if it has to happen today, we're going to lose lives. How, Jesus, in which country are we living? And yet we say that we live in the democratic country, and people say that we have the constitution that is protecting the human rights. I mean, the human rights protecting us. But look at what the people are saying, that, unfortunately, lives have to be lost. Is that what a real majority leader of the Kenyan government have to say in the nationwide, not nationwide, even international news agencies like Al Jazeera? No, this is not good at all. Because let's see today, if we are going there to demonstrate, the government or the institution that has the police has to give people security. That is the mandated demonstration. According to the constitution, I think it's around Article 37, people are given the right to picket, and to demonstrate. And so when you say that, unfortunately, that when you go to demonstrations, people have to lose their lives, Mehdi Hassan. No, that's not ideal. That's unfortunately, I'm not buying that thing. I'm not buying it at all. I'm not buying it. Please, this is not playing the lives of the people. People are going there outside there to demonstrate for themselves. But the moment you say that, unfortunately, you have to go to lose life, no, that's not the mentality of a leader at all. That's not the mentality of a leader at all. Let's continue listening and more.
Lives had to be lost. No, lives were taken. Right? People were shot in the head.
I'll tell you from the last year's demonstrations, 3 are already in court.
3 police officers have been prosecuted.
Three are being prosecuted.
Are being prosecuted, but none have been prosecuted.
Another 34 cases. Before you prosecute somebody, you have got to investigate.
So
you have to investigate.
This is what Human Rights Watch said last year. Bodies of people showing signs of torture continue to turn up in rivers, forests, quarries, mortuaries. The authorities have yet to investigate or prosecute anyone for these crimes. Kenya has a history of police brutality and lack of accountability for serious abuse.
So
that's Human Rights Watch.
You want to believe what Human Rights Watch said, not what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because
I'm going to believe a human rights group over a politician who started by saying, I won't give you straight answers.
It is their take, Mehdi. It is their take. And I didn't come here to give their take. I came here to give.
Of course, who will believe Kenyan politicians? Kenyan politicians lie. They lie for a living. These guys, they come here, they lie, they go there, they lie. And now they want to tell us that we should not believe in the human rights, whatever the human rights are saying, that we should believe in the politician. Oh my goodness. Even if I wake up late in the night, I'll believe the human rights. I won't believe the Kenyan politicians. These people lie. They can lie and they lie. If there's true people who can lie, they lie. And even from there, they say that, some ministers have to lie. That's not my words. That's the words of Kimani Ichungwa. And I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ, is this the government of lies?
My take and the perspective.
So they're wrong, you think? The police officers are being held to account.
They are wrong because the police officers must be held to account.
But they haven't been.
And that is why we have institutions that will hold them to account.
I want to bring in, you are a community leader, Kenyan community leader in the diaspora. What do you make of this study that was done by a non-partisan group which shows 14 promises out of 281 in the manifesto have been fulfilled? Do you think that's what's driving a lot of Kenyan frustration?
These are the messes that the current government inherited. And through the bottom-up economic transformation agenda, which the president always talks about, and he prioritized 5 areas, is to create jobs for these people, to create things to do.
You keep saying inherited. Isn't President Ruto, wasn't he a long-standing senior member of the previous government?
Well,
how do you inherit something you were in?
Mehdi.
Listen, Mehdi.
So that is the video that has been trending this today on Twitter, on X, and actually I'm so devastated with what I've watched in Al Jazeera. I woke up early. Yeah, I had it on radio yesterday when I was on my bed. I kept on radio. I think it was Radio 47 before I went to listen to Radio Millennium, and I had that news at around 9 p.m. and I was saying that I want to quote in Kiswahili say majority leader Kimani Ichungwa ajipata matatani kumtetea au kutetea serikali ya Rais William Ruto. And when I heard about that, I never knew it was that serious until when today early in the morning I went to X and I went to one of among other sources that I received my news, that is at City Digest, and I decided to look at it, and I opened this video and I was like, oh my goodness, is this majority leader? After that, I decided to go and watch the Al Jazeera old thing early in the morning today, and I watched it and I feel like, oh my goodness, this Kenya that we're living in today, this is something that is ridiculous. You know, most of the time I'm not a critic of the government also, but through this head-to-head with Kimani Ichungwa and Mehdi Hassan, I found out that sometimes our leaders needs to speak in the right direction, because there's some things that Kimani Ichungwa got right on that interview, and there are some things that he never came close to get it clear, because there are some questions that were asked, he really answered them right. When the question asked by the audience, he really asked them wise, but there are some things that he failed to answer them correctly, and I can understand that, because this government, I won't say that this is government of lies, because I already see that, because sometimes when you look at what they say and what they speak, you know, they speak this at this time, the next minute they speak the other thing, and when they speak, you can relate what they are speaking to what actually people are saying, that this government is government of lies. You know, the critics of the government, and you correlate the content between what the people are saying and what actually they are speaking, these leaders. You know, what they're speaking today on Citizen TV, next speaking on Al Jazeera, next will speaking CNN, next will speaking to BBC. You understand what actually those critics are getting. And I understand everything. I'm not a critic of the government, I'll repeat that. But what I want to say is that sometimes our leaders have just to stand up and defend our people. Anyway, this is your boy Rob, or you can call me Sam, and this is Rob Media. Remember to subscribe, remember to share if you like the video. Alright guys, I hope to see you in the next video. It's not too far away, because I'm going to see you in the next video. Yo, subscribe to this YouTube channel. Love you. Q. Sera.